Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. As you can see, I have my small suitcase with me, so you know it's the start of a trip, and I'm really excited to tell you that I'm on my way to St. Pancras International Station to board my train to Paris. I visited Paris 17 years ago and I remember bits of it. And that's just the start of the trip. It's a 5-day trip split between France and Belgium, and I'm not going there by myself. I'm being joined by my teammate Pavel. In fact, the entire trip was his idea and he came up with the itinerary. So I just want to say thank you so much, Pavel, for planning this trip and agreeing to join me on this trip. And I'm going to introduce you guys to Pavel when I meet him at the station. So without further ado, let's get going. So here's Pavel. Pavel, say hi to everyone.
Hi everyone.
If you can pull down your mask for just 1 second. So we have finally arrived in Paris after 2.5 hours. So just to give you an idea, this is how the tube looks in Paris. We started at Gare du Nord and we are going all the way to Saint-Germain-des-Prés for our hotel. And I didn't know actually how we are supposed to travel here, like on how the tube system works here, but thankfully Pavel figured it out while I was sleeping on the Eurostar. And we have arrived at our hotel. Looks fairly modest from outside. Let's go and check it out from inside. Okay, so we have reached our hotel room. We asked for a twin room and twin beds here, and then the washroom is not bad, it's quite all right. And the view outside is also of the street that we are at. Right, so we have come to this ristorante called Les Antiquaires. I'm definitely not pronouncing it right, I'm sure. Like a typical cafe in Paris, we are sitting outside. But it's quite nice because it has a lot of heating up, so we are quite warm. In case you guys want to take a look at the menu. So our first bit of food has come. It's basically 2 pieces of cheese, some bread, and I don't know what that is. So we got our main course now. This is tartare. It's basically beef, some fries, and I've got a pasta because this was the only thing vegetarian on the menu. Right, so we are done with our dinner finally, and the bill came out to be quite a lot. But one thing that particularly stood out was the price of water. We paid 8.5 euros for a bottle of still water. So yeah guys, remember, like, if you don't want to pay that much for water, you better bring your own water bottle. So we are back at the hotel. Quite tired, so we're just gonna rest. And good morning everyone. So we had a good night's sleep and got a lot of rest. And today we have a day trip to Versailles to see the Palace of Versailles. But first we were going to a cafe to have breakfast. So our breakfast is here. I've got a hot chocolate as usual, croissant, a bun for the omelette, and Pavel also has omelette, but that is with ham. So to get to Versailles, we need to take this metro called RERC, which is the easiest way to get there. And a return ticket costs almost 7.6 euros. And we have arrived in Versailles. So just to give you some facts about the palace has 2,600 rooms, and because of COVID the number of visitors dropped by 75%. So you can download the free audio guide in the reception. And here is Louis Philippe. I'm not sure if the clothing brand Louis Philippe is named after him. So up till now, all the rooms have mainly been artifacts about the different kings, Louis the 14th, Louis the 15th, Louis Philippe. These rooms and these gardens here remind me of the first mission from Hitman 1 in Paris. I'm definitely sure that the game took inspiration from the Palace of Versailles. I was just telling Pavel that it must take so much effort to comb your hair like that. So I've bought this souvenir for someone special, and because she likes collecting these kind of small figurines. So in the paintings below, Louis the 14th looked like he had quite the belly, but in some of the statues they have made him look like he has a six-pack. All of this is marble stone. So each room have these boards that explain about the room and different artifacts, but it's all written in French. So if you want to know what it is about, you need to download the app and read about it in the app in English and other languages. So that piece looks so beautiful. It is exactly the kind of thing that topples over in movies when people are running and they sort of break it by mistake. I'm sure it's worth like €1 million or something maybe. Right, so that was it for the palace. It was shorter than what I thought. Like, we covered the entire palace in less than an hour. I don't think we covered all of 2,300 rooms. We might have been to about 100 maybe. They might have closed a good amount of the palace due to COVID as well, I'm guessing. And now we are just taking a tour of the gardens in the rain. It's raining quite a lot and it's very windy, but the gardens are just too beautiful to miss. It's very windy and it's raining quite heavily, as you can see. So as you can see, we have come back to get shelter because it's just raining too heavily. My umbrella has broken apart completely and it's really cold. So we are gonna wait for the rain to stop so that we can go to the gardens. This is definitely not the best season to come to Paris and Versailles, I guess. If you come here during the summertime, you can enjoy the gardens in the sun, and also the trees will be filled with leaves. So that would be a different sight as well. Right now, because of the fall, all trees are completely shed. Thankfully now the weather has completely cleared up. So it was well worth the wait, although I'm seeing the clouds shift. Even the trains here are artistic, if you see. So for lunch we have come to this place called La Frégate restaurant to try some crepes. The ambience of this place is quite nice, as you can see, and we have got a table with the view outside. That's the Louvre, by the way. This has been ordered by Pavel. Obviously, these are sorted legs of frogs. I had no idea that people ate frogs as well. How is it?
So before I heard a lot of people comparing it to chicken, and it kind of tastes like that. I would say a bit drier version of the chicken, but yeah, definitely edible.
And our remaining food items have come. So this is vegetarian crepes, that's chicken crepes for Pavel, and some fries on the side. This area is called Paris Saint-Germain. I think it is the absolute city center. There are some things that we have observed with regards to prices in Paris, like the food is way more expensive than London, although the trains are much cheaper. And we have a winter wonderland type thing going on here. This is by far the most beautiful Christmas decorations I've ever seen in my life. It's looking so festive all around. Christmas trees, the building and the merry-go-round, everything is just looking absolutely beautiful. We were just going through a street where there are some second-hand clothing shops, and I was quite intrigued. I wanted to check them out. So and I found this jacket, this puffer jacket, which is really comfortable, and I got it for a good price. So we have decided to have our dinner in this restaurant called Desi Road. It's an Indian restaurant. So just to show you how the menu of an Indian restaurant looks in Paris, it is a bit in French, but I'm able to recognize the dishes, thankfully. So our thalis have arrived. Just take a look at that. This is the veg thali and that's the chicken thali. The only difference being that it has butter chicken as one of the dishes and I have palak paneer as one of the dishes. It is always such a privilege to have tasty Indian food outside of India, and I would highly recommend this restaurant if you want to have Indian food in Paris. It's called Desi Road. Well, it's gonna be it for today. Tomorrow we have a long day because we are gonna be spending the entire day in Disneyland. So look forward to that vlog, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.